Mentor Podcast with Anderson. I am your host. Okay, so today is Friday, and there is a program I created in my channel that is called the Relationship Weekends, the Relationship Fridays. Okay, so Fridays I will be talking a lot about relationships. It could be any kind of relationship, okay, because it's very, very important for people to advocate for very good relationship because relationships is one of the major problems that young people are having right now. And today I'm simply going to be talking about a topic I like to call life could really be lonely without a spouse. As a woman or a man, do not allow yourself to be deceived. Okay, so today, this talk is basically going to be on, I like to talk to fellow women out there, young women out there. Now, we live in a society where a lot of young people out there will tell you that there is something called happily single. Now, the reason why a lot of people are talking about being happily single is because they have tried relationships time and time again in so many different ways, and relationship seems to be failing them every day. You see a lot of young women out there who are unmarried. Today we have like maybe 60% of the women that are single, even women who are ripe to be married. Some really long to be married. A lot of women are going through the things they are going through today in relationships because they are looking at the big picture of either getting married to this man also. But then again, we have this group of women in the mainstream society who will tell you that, it's better to be single. It's not important to be married. And, marriage is all about pain because of the things that are happening to people. Yes, it is true that relationships are challenged in life today, marriages are challenged in life today, but it's also important for us to take into cognizance that a lot of people are in their matrimonial homes and they are doing really well and happy. A lot of women will do anything in their power to keep their husbands, and a lot of men out there too will do anything in their power to keep their wives. And that is because marriage is generally beautiful, and marriage is something that should be welcomed by anybody. So please do not give up on yourself because of the number of times that life threw you down in relationships. Remember that you're one whole beautiful being that God has created to have a beautiful time on earth. And you want to share that time with somebody that is worth all the trouble. You want to share that time with a man that is willing to take falls for you, a man that is willing to love and sacrifice for you. And, it could be a woman. You want to share that time. Do not give people who have hurt you so much power by writing off the remaining part of your life together with the error that they have committed towards you. Now, when you decide you're not going to get into a relationship again because of the things that you have gone through in the other relationship, you are doing this to yourself, and you are not showing that much love that is needed to yourself. Now, another thing I like to say again, when you come across situations where you see a young woman who trying to, like I said earlier, invest in a relationship or on a man to get the man to, kind of jumpstart his life to see if something can happen in the near future. Now, when you find yourself under this kind of circumstances, if you're one who has too many friends, you want to keep quiet. Yeah, you want to learn how to keep quiet. It's not anything that has to do with your relationship that should be out there in the public. And, your friends do not necessarily have to know everything that you are doing for that man that is in your life. A lot of us just cannot keep our mouth shut. And so I want to believe that most of the reason why you see young women, a lot of young women are out there is because people are full of, deceit. A young girl tells you, okay, I met this guy, doesn't have a job, and I like him a whole lot. I want to be with him. And because I know he doesn't have a job, maybe I am earning up to 250,000. At the end of the month, out of my 250, I want to be able to support my boyfriend with 50,000, so he will not be without nothing. And she goes to tell her friend, and her friend tells her, nobody does that. It's not up to you to care for a man. It's the man's duty to care for you. Yes, that happens a lot. You hear people say this a lot. There are some women who kind of brag to their friends that no, my boyfriend cannot eat my 1 naira, my boyfriend cannot eat my 50 kobo, and all of that. No, they are just showing that they are strong. They are they have this very awkward mentality. It's important to know how beautiful marriage can be, and being in a relationship with a person that is what it can be. Now, I don't know what you as a woman has been through. I don't know where you have been to, and the things that you have had to tolerate in your life, and those that you have had to endure in your relationships. But today I am here to tell you that relationships are very, very beautiful things, especially like marriage is a very, very beautiful thing. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Now, as a young person, I do understand that you may be that young woman that is out there that is in a relationship with a man who does not have the financial resources right now. And you are busy doing whatever it is that you can to fund that man, to get him to jumpstart his life so you people can, get to, a place where you come together. Now, these things happen, and it's been happening before now, and it will keep happening. But sometimes situations like this do not turn out well. It turns out to be that after investing into a relationship, most times these men end up leaving the woman and going after another woman when they finally succeed, and it's vice versa. And this situation has made a lot of women very careful. A lot of women have been heartbroken. They have given everything, their spirit, soul, and body. They have invested financially, emotionally, and all of that. And because they were heartbroken the first time and even the second time, and they have decided that nothing will ever make them commit to a relationship in such a way that they want to invest anything. Now, making this decision about your commitment to a relationship is a disservice to you as an individual, because what is beautiful is worth going for, and it does not matter how many times you try. Now, in life, we have been told time and time again that when you fall, get up and try again. When you fall the next time, get up and try again. And when you fall again, get up and try again. If this is something that is applicable to every facet of life, why not relationships? A lot of women are single today because they have given up on themselves. They have given up on relationships. They are not ready to be with any man anymore because Mr. XYZ did something that was bad. It's important to know that just like life can push you down 100 times. You are expected to get up and try. They have this awkward mentality that, this belief system that is like, okay, it's a man's duty to take care of me. And no, it's not my duty to care for a man. Now, if you're a woman with that kind of mentality and you are unmarried, it might take you a very long time to get married, because the man is a human being just like you. It's no one's duty to take care of anything. It's the man taking care of the woman and the woman taking care of the man. It's only here that we see things like, the man must be the one who pays the rent, and the woman must be the one who cooks the food, and the man must be the one who does. It's only here. You agree with me, for those of you who have lived overseas, that if anything goes wrong with my job, and maybe we have a child at home, an infant at home, and we cannot pay a nanny to take care of that infant, I'll probably have to stay at home and take care of the child. But if I have a better job and my husband doesn't have a job and there is an infant at home, my husband will probably have to be the one who will stay at home and take care of that infant. But when the money comes at the end of the day, the money belongs to the family. What that means is that the rent for our apartment, our feeding, and everything, we have to budget for everything. It does not matter whether the money is coming from the woman or the man. Now, if you have friends who are always trying to tell you it's a man's duty to take care of you and all of that, that might be one of the reasons why you're not getting married. I am not telling you to take all your money and care for one man who is not worth it. But you see, you come across men who are you could see through them that this one I can be very futuristic, or like you may just you will see everything about that man that this guy has got a great future. He may not necessarily be financially buoyant right now, but he knows exactly what he is doing. He knows what he is trying to achieve, and he's working towards achieving that height or that goal for himself. Now, when you find yourself in with this kind of person, you have no business telling your friends everything you are doing. I do realize that a lot of women who have like 1 million friends scattered all over the place, they tend to find it very difficult, even more difficult to settle down because they have too many people who are speaking into their lives, too many people who are, telling them what to do. They are under the tutelage of people or counselors who have not even practiced what they preach. And this is the reason why you may not get married for a very long time. You want to do your own thing and do what works for you and forget about putting your things out there